Welcome back to the Nerd
Hello.
Friday afternoon stretch. It's 2 p.m. in the Central Time Zone in America. And what time is it in Scotland?
It is 4 minutes to 8 o'clock p.m.
Okay, so it's still early.
Yes, still early.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just
Are you celebrating the Jubilee?
got my flag up the lot. Yes, I'm a royalist. Yes, can't help myself.
I didn't get to
Scotland's not.
watch.
Scotland's not a big. We're not big for the royals. There's a very hardcore royal in the Scotland, but a lot of Scots don't see it because they see it as an English institution. But not all of us, as you can see.
Well, Scotland almost broke away. What was it, 5 years ago?
Yes. Well, 6 years ago, 2016, they did the independence referendum.
Yeah, I remember watching the
45%
results.
of the population said no, said yes, and the other 55% said no. At the time, I was for independence, but now I wouldn't take independence if my life depended on it.
Well, we'll see what Charles does as king if he lives that long.
I'm hoping it skips Charles.
Yeah.
I, as someone whose first marriage broke up based due to adultery, I cannot support an adulterer on the throne.
Well, the thing is, he should have married her in the first place. It sounds like
Yeah, I
reading the
quite agree.
history.
If that was the case and he had that feeling for her, he should have married someone else and kept the relationship going. Quite agree. He should have just said to his mother, "No, I want to be with her." He'd have had a lot more respect, but get married to someone and then keeping a relationship going with someone else.
So, well, the link to the stream is in the chat for those that want to join. Just make sure you got the headphones on. So, did you get to watch the new Orville?
I'm halfway through. I'm
Okay.
at the back. I'm at the bit where
Oh, don't
someone
spoil it too
goes.
much.
Someone goes. I'm at that part.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, you could tell that they've been given more money.
Yes, bigger crew. More of the side characters seem to have bigger parts.
Mm-hmm.
The CGI is a lot more impressive. Just the fact that they did a dream sequence at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
all that for effectively a dream sequence. Yes, a lot of it was taken from the first part, but there was a lot of new bits in it. Well, I've actually been watching. I watched season 1 and 2 of the Orville over the last couple of days to catch up. So I
I
did.
need to rewatch it. I'm trying to remember where she goes back in time. Kelly, is that the end of season 1 or season 2?
That's at the end of season 2. Basically, they beat the Kalons, and then they're out exploring, and they find the device which brings Kelly 7 years into the future to present. She gets a mind wipe and sent back, and her mind wipe didn't work, so she decided to say to Ed, "Nope." And then what the final episode of season 2 is Path Never Taken, and that was a bit where the Kalons actually destroyed Earth, and Kelly is trying to get all the team back together to send Dr. Finn back in time to give her the correction to wipe her mind so she doesn't remember, to
Oh,
bring it
that's
all
right.
back into par.
It's been a while. I mean, the last 2 years was worth the wait.
Oh, well, I must admit, I rewatched it. I was tidying up my DVDs and I went, "Oh, the Orville, huh, okay." Put that on. So I rewatched the Orville, and I rewatched Numbers. I'm actually in the season 2
Oh,
of Numbers.
gee.
I'm rewatching that as well. So I'm in season 2 of that.
I
So
haven't
I'm
seen that
flicking
show in
backwards and
years.
forwards. Neither had I. So, well, as I said, I was tidying. So I thought, oh, I think I'll watch this one now. Because I've been on holiday this week, so I've been relaxing. So DVDs on quite
Oh, that's
regularly.
right. You got, what was it? today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday off?
We get 4-day week, but I had been off for 2 weeks. So I
Oh,
have
okay.
this is me coming to the end of my 2 weeks. I go back to work on Monday. So we get Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is the weekend.
Okay.
So
Well,
but yes,
I gotta watch the Trooping of the Color from yesterday.
it was superb.
Hmm.
So it was. I
See,
watched a lot of it.
I was on retreat this week, so I really didn't get to watch any of it till now. I did get to watch the verdict for Johnny Depp on.
And one of my friends sent me a link, and I'll need to dig it out. It's a picture, believe it or not, of Johnny Depp.
Let me see if I can find the one. Is that the one
That
where
one,
he wins an argument? Oh,
that,
okay.
that's the one. Yes, remembered as the first man to win an argument with a
Argument against
woman.
a woman. See,
I thought superb. I like that. I like that. Being
that's,
having 3 older sisters and 3 daughters, I've never won an argument in my life.
here we go.
So I like
Let me
that.
put this. I don't know if you saw this one.
I need to get a good home muley single. Comes with some debt. Not White House. Very good indeed. But yeah, they're all coming out, and I was laughing at the. I was laughing at it just for the simple fact is, my wife being enormous, she thought Johnny Depp was his drinking, his alcohol abuse, his drugs abuse, and just all that. She was a case of no, he's probably done some bad things, and she didn't understand it. She had read that she knew about the case against the son because she used to read it.
I gotta admit, with Kat and Philly, that was kind of fun to watch her.
Yeah, that we were
Yeah.
talking about that. Father, you saw that when we were talking about on the throwdown last night, right?
I didn't stay for very long.
I know you didn't because you thought we were going to get kind of nasty up in there last night. But there was a
He basically went, I'm out.
Yeah, he was like basically we had a minister on there. Well, youth pastor here, so we had to be kind of clean last night. Sorry, PJ.
You know what? I as I mentioned, it's like we're less than 2 weeks to Dallas,
and
I cannot wait.
So.
I'm surprised Ian isn't here. He's going to be coming to the meetup, so I'm
Yep.
really looking forward to meeting him in person.
I tried to get some of the other archivists because we're trying to get the channel back up and running. You see, I have a new logo. That is the new channel logo now. That came from Wakedown. Wakedown made that for me personally. So you're the first show that it gets shown on.
Very nice.
So I take it you guys saw that Alex Jones is on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, there's gonna be some stuff going on tonight.
This is the 200th show.
I can't believe it's been that many episodes. Let me see if I can find the let me see. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Here. Cat's in the way.
We can just see the tail just going past.
You can see the tail going back and forth.
Kevin.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about the Johnny Depp trial, my wife basically been watching it from the beginning, and she was very Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm.
And as she was watching it, she became very Johnny Depp because she realised she was lying through her teeth.
Oh yeah, she was.
But that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people heard all the stories and thought Johnny being a bit of a drinker, a junkie, typical, and it just how bad it could have been really bad. But once they started hearing her and the stuff that was coming out of her mouth, the way she was acting, it just looked.
As a kid at home, used to watch soap operas all the time because mom did. It was like General Hospital, All My Children. This was better.
Over here we had Coronation Street, EastEnders, and Emmerdale Farm. My mum used to watch all of them, and I would be sitting alongside her watching them. Don't watch them now. My wife watches them all, but and I don't watch them now. But I used to I grew up with all the soaps as well. It's the same idea, but you see them. They've got more acting ability in their little finger. Some of the soap stars than she did. Not listening to a question, she was.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but when she said they want to throw her baby in the microwave, I'm like, that was
yeah. That's just
fun.
an
That was
update
drama
saying,
right there.
let's give the most extreme example to show how bad it will be. And it's like turning around and saying, I bumped into a person and I knew he hated me because he said hello with an exclamation mark. And it's that type of thing. It's almost like you're making something just to get a reaction. And that's all she did.
That's what she was basically doing, brother.
Well, you look at the bit when she was listening to the question, she was sitting. Could you answer? Well, yes.
Oh, she always looked at the jury whenever.
Yeah, and she would always emote, but when she was listening to questions, she was. It was almost like switch. Somebody's rang me. Basically, Jim Henson was underneath going. Then take his hand out. Well, she would go. Oh. Basically, somebody'd flick the switch, and she would power herself down. She was in battery save mode.
I wish there would be a season 2.
It was bully ridiculous. Like, hey, 1010, what's up, man? It was her, the faces and everything, and I was just like, because we did say a little bit. I think you weren't there. This was way later on, but yeah, we were just like, the faces she made, and we even said something about that last week too. And it's ridiculous, and I was just like, it's just. And here's the thing: if you go and look at all the stuff that was coming out, you're like, poor Johnny, man. You could tell she was doing it all for just drama.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you see that growling? That's my dog sitting over there because I'm not paying him attention. He's just sitting in the chair going.
Well, PJ, you remember when Toby was a puppy and you would used to hear him in the background? Remember that? He doesn't do that no more.
Well, my two, when they're actually not getting attention, they actually just sit there and go.
He's right here, right next to me, right now. He's looking at me, and he came over and got on my back and my shoulder. My bed's next to it. Hey, Derek, what's up, man?
Behave, Derek.
I will be here, Padre. Honestly.
So I got another.
Nice to see you, John.
Good to see you guys. Here we go. This is fun. The Mary Sue's been fun to look at.
Oh, I know.
I know this.
So, anyway.
Yeah,
so how's Derek?
Out there are just nuts.
How are you, Derek? It's been a while.
I'm very well, thank you. New job. I think you probably know that. Anyway, I'm working in a hotel now, and it's absolutely brilliant. I've been really enjoying it, to be honest. You'll be happy anyway, Padre. We had three weddings this week, and 2 of them was Roman Catholic weddings. Well, obviously we were the reception, though. And but no, it's great fun. You're meeting different people every day, and working away. Hello, we get part of my job's to take in the deliveries, and we had the alcohol delivery yesterday afternoon.
As long as there's no baby deliveries.
The guys at
the I know.
I'll carry on with my story. The guys at the depot had, if you imagine a pallet, a crate, it is a long side and a short side, and they packed it wrong, and they couldn't get it in the doors, so they had to leave it outside. And then the rain came on, and all the boxes on the top got all wet. Whenever I went to lift them, the bottles fell out. So that was a bit of fun.
Nice.
Dropping the alcohol, never fun.
Oh dear. Bad reception.
I don't know. My internet's been a little weird. It's so with the rabbi this morning, it was kind of freezing up every now and then. I don't know why that is.
Might be.
Mine's just happens with my VPN.
The what now? Oh, let's see. I'm trying something. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it does work.
Yep. Basically, what my VPN causes means I have to actually sometimes switch my VPN off just so it actually kicks in. For some reason, the VPN switches and it's nope.
Whoops. Did we lose Derek?
Yep. It basically just went into a
there he is.
hang.
Mm-hmm.
And he's back.
Then he's back.
Or not.
Are we having a wee bit of technical difficulties, I think?
Yep.
It's okay.
I think I'm causing problems, guys. I'll jump out and see.
Okay.
I'll jump out. I think maybe I'm causing problems here.
Oh, it's okay. So, well, good to see you.
No,
well, based on what Gary was saying last week, it was StreamYard that was causing the issues. Could be the same idea.
We haven't had any problems with StreamYard, and I've been on like I don't know how many channels.
I've had a few problems, and it's been with my VPN. When I'm on StreamYards, if I switch my VPN off, sometimes it kicks it in and it's fine. But if I keep my StreamYards on, it basically I can break up, and I get my signal gets very grainy and such like. And it's always with StreamYards. Anything else works, but for some reason StreamYards causes issues.
Yeah.
Maybe it just doesn't like me saying that I'm sitting in America.
I wonder. Okay, that helps.
I was
wondering why my background was a little too light, and I'm right by a window. So I just shut that.
Like when I do the camera on, you're gonna see a door and everything. I'm in the corner, so I'm like trying to figure out. Probably have to get a green screen or something, but nobody want to see my ugly face anyway. Though, even though people see it.
So I know PJ's partway through it. Have either of you seen the Orville, the new one?
No, I didn't even start it. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm worried that they're gonna do something to it.
It's good. I mean, I got through the first episode. Sure I loved it.
Yeah, I rewatched season 1 and 2 this week, and I enjoyed it as much this time as I did the first time. As you said, I'm hoping they don't change it for season 2.
Yeah, that's my worry. Is what they did to the one show.
I'm just thinking. I'm not a big American Dad fan, so but
I love American Dad.
Never I know it didn't change a lot with Seth at the helm. It didn't become too PC. So I'm hoping it does the same with this show. Just keeps it the way it is, just entertainment and not.
We just want entertainment. We don't want.
Exactly.
Just like we said about Top Gun last night. Top Gun Maverick.
Such a good movie.
I didn't like the original, so I'm not really bothered. And I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. I dislike Tom Cruise. Anything he's in.
Oh, I gotta agree with culture. It was pure entertainment.
I just want to play this real quick because I'm in the mood for it.
Roger, you've been mixing that eggnog for an hour. Just pour it in your pimp cup and drink it.
It's almost ready. Just need to do the final test.
He's like, they're gonna run around. He's like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Oh my.
Oops.
I'm
sorry. I love America. I haven't seen it since they moved channels, but the first, what is it, like 10 seasons is just wonderful.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's the same as, let's see, The Office, the UK one. I didn't like The Office, but I love Alan Partridge. And the two of them are very similar. Car Crash TV.
Oh, yeah. Alan Partridge is hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But I would say Alan Partridge and The Office are very similar types of shows. But for some reason, I couldn't get into The Office, but I love Alan Partridge.
Alan Partridge, I was cracking. I couldn't get into The Office anymore. So.
I got to show off something real quick. So I went to the comic store today.
Oh, nice. Number 11.
Wow.
It's not in
They're
good
selling
condition,
those
but
for
you know
really
what?
cheap.
And then
Nice.
The Savage She-Hulk. Very good.
Yeah, I made the
I've got
comment.
something to show. I would normally show it in my show tomorrow, but my daughter got me a voucher for a gift, and it came through today. Let's see that.
Oh, you gonna go get it, PJ?
I really am enjoying She-Hulk. I mean, I never
She-Hulk's
liked the new
awesome.
one. Don't like the new one.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
And it's got a biplane in the background, so it comes with a biplane.
That's nice,
So,
man.
I'm going to do a box opening of it, but you've got Kong, a different face, you've got a fairy, and you've got the chain, and you've got a biplane in the background. So that all comes with it. So that's from my daughter's voucher. So I'm a very happy man. Kong I've been looking for a while.
Yeah, dude, that's
it just so happens
awesome.
it appeared in the shop just as I got the voucher. So I like my classic Kong. I made sure it wasn't Kong from Skull Island. It's the classic Kong.
I'm a massive Kong fan.
So I basically, my mum, as I was growing up, my mother used to tell everybody, up until my 40s, he used to cry at King Kong. Mother, I'm 40 now, not 5. He would tell everybody that. And he used to be scared of the Daleks. Really? Sitting there, 3 kids of my own, and my mother's telling everybody what I used to be like when I was a kid. Because Kong was mentioned or something like that. He cried when
I remember first time I saw King Kong, I must have been about 5 or 6 years of age. We were living in a house, and the only heating in the house was, the coal fire. And it was a Saturday morning, and this film came on, and it had a giant ape and dinosaurs and stuff, and I was just sitting agog in my pajamas and dressing gown thinking, is this real? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and it was I was about the same age, and my mum basically when he fell, and accordingly I was crying at 5 years old, and it was because imagine them killing Kong. They took him out of his house and then killed him.
Dude, I thought that
5-year-old
I remember seeing the 70s one.
The 70s one I did not like. I got to see when I was little, when I was a kid. I got to see the original one first.
I don't think I've ever seen the full original.
Oh, the full original.
Oh, Padre, you need to watch it.
I know.
You need to.
I'll tell you,
it's only 90
the rabbi.
It's that good.
It's only 90 minutes, and it's a magnificent movie.
Yeah, that was
it's dated because it was made in the 30s, and there's tiny things says in it, nothing bad, but whenever he approaches Anne, he makes it very clear he's not propositioning her and stuff like that he wants her to work. These things that got there, but apart from that, it's an absolutely magnificent movie, and for the 1930s, the special effects are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Some of the facts, things that happen in it, you don't notice it in the first attempt. See, like the bit when he's climbing up, looking for her, and he looks in the window and there's a woman sitting brushing her hair, and he thinks it's Renee, so he leans in. The woman screaming, he looks and goes, and just drops her and continues climbing.
Yeah, he's like, I got someone better than this. I'm just gonna
but it's almost a case of I'm looking for someone particular, and it's a case of you're not drop. Yeah. And it was shot when you see it after the second or third time, you go.
The first time, PJ, the first time I saw that, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard in the movie theater.
But see the one with the Jack Black one, I hated. Absolutely despised.
Okay. The 70s one and the Jack Black one were terrible.
I never saw the Jack Black one.
Oh, you don't want to see that. That is
I don't want to either.
No, you don't want to.
Anything with him in it, I don't like.
The thing about the 70s one is you have to take the 70s one in context of when it was made.
Yeah.
And if you do that, the film makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
I actually don't mind Peter Jackson's effort, because it was obviously done from a place of love. But the thing was, he was being showered with millions of dollars, and he just did whatever he wanted. Basically made a 4-hour movie and then had to chop it down to be broadcast. I remember going to see it in the cinema with Maharawa, the girl I was going with at the time. When we came in, and it was not late night showing, but sort of 10 to 9, that sort of time in the evening.
I mean, that kind of showing. Hello, darling. Doing.
Somebody had brought in, their children to watch it. And, obviously they've been planning ahead, and their children in their pajamas and dressing gowns, straight home, put them to bed. And I turned around and I said to Angela, I says, this is going to end badly whenever the children realize the big monkey dies at the end of the movie.
And
I was right. And there was these two little children and the tears running down their face as they left the cinema. And I thought, well, you learned a hard lesson tonight, Mommy and Daddy.
Yep. Do it during the day. That basically is that way you can actually go calm. It's
you've already seen Bambi, and Bambi's mom gets shot.
My father took me to see Bambi. My father took me to see Bambi. He took me to see The Empire Strikes Back, and he took me to the circus way back in the 70s when they were still allowed to have wild animals, and there was tigers. And I was sitting, again, 6 or 7 years old, looking at these tigers, 15 feet from me, going, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Aye, the three-ring circus and the freaks and the animals. I was always hoping that the tiger would attack the man with the hat, but he never did. I thought he was a coward for it. Take.
Hey, Max.
Good to see you, Max.
It's good to see all of you.
You call him a ringmaster until the tiger gets him, then you call him a toothpick.
I've been working, and but it's good to see all of you back. It's good to see you.
So, are you coming to Dallas?
Is that the 16th?
Yeah.
Possibly, but probably not. I was working as a teaching assistant, and I've been working as a teaching assistant in drone operations, and they like to keep us part-time, so it's a little cagey about whether I'm going to be asked back in the fall. So I'm chasing jobs right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if I'm going to one of them, it'd be the Vegas one. So
I would love to, but the problem is,
it's going to be
so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I have family in Dallas. Nice. I have family in Dallas, so there would be some utility there, but I don't know. It's right now. It's not on the board for me because I'm just trying to get my summer plans in order.
Yeah. Well, I hate to think what the airfare is. I mean, I'm driving because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably
do. The price of gas?
Yeah, exactly. I filled my tank up, and it cost £60 for something 2 years ago. Cost £40 to fill. So that's
PJ, I went to Dublin last Saturday, while I was staying overnight to meet friends, and I took the bus because it was cheaper to take the bus than put fuel in the car and pay for parking.
Yeah, I know. Well, basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm on holiday, so we've been doing a bit of driving backwards and forwards. But to fill a tank 2 years ago, before the pandemic, it was £44 to fill my tank right up from being right at the empty. Now it costs £62 to do the same.
PJ, I was talking to Retro just this morning because we were talking about because we're bringing the channel back and stuff. And we're trying to get things together. He told me when he went to go fill up the other day out there, and he's out there too. He said it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
just how much it is.
I mean,
it's worse out there than it is here.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm in San Diego, so it's almost as bad. It's about as bad as it can get.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, so I know Derek saw it, but I filled up for like $65 this morning.
Yeah.
There's certain
time. I know you're going back a few years. Now, don't get me wrong. I was driving a Mark IV turbo diesel Golf, and I used to slip over the border into the Republic of Ireland because their tax duty was lower. And I filled that car to everything that I could get into, with the way you do the wee clip and push in the extra 2 liters. And I drove that car, and I got just under 700 miles for less than £30. You wouldn't do it nowadays. You wouldn't come anywhere near.
No. See, they're that one there. Like you're saying, $4.89. Is that a gallon?
A gallon.
Yeah,
it's a gallon.
Well, we're doing it in liters. So there's roughly 5 liters in a gallon, and we're £1.
It's about 4. About
four and a bit, right? But we are £1.74p per litre.
I'll tell you. I lived in Philly for 4 years when I was in seminary, and Jersey was like 20 cents cheaper than Philly gas because you don't pump it because of the tax liability and everything. But we were trying to figure out, it's like $5 to cross the bridge. We're trying to figure out if we could save the money by driving into Jersey, fill up, and then pay the toll, if it was worth it or not.
I mean, it's here it's about, well, yesterday it was $5.69 at Costco. So
no, Costco's always more and more expensive.
You look at the conversion rate for dollars to pounds. What is it? £1.20 for a dollar or something like that.
I'll check it now.
Right, so you're talking about 4 litres. 4 litres is a gallon, and we're at 1.74. So that's 7 pounds a gallon, roughly.
Yeah,
£7 a gallon. So how much is that? And you
guys are actually time. $1 by 80 pence sterling.
That's $8.75 a gallon.
So there you go, and we don't. You're not really seen as being expensive. It's starting to get there.
Yeah. No. All right. All right. I'm still. I always felt for the British Isles because you paid in liters, but we'll still feel for the British Isles.
That was me.
Thank you for keeping us humble.
Yeah. Do you know why they changed it to liters years back? They kept saying it was to do with the EU, but it wasn't. It was because it was easier to hide the cost increase. Because as it was getting to £2.50 per gallon, people were starting to go, wait a minute, that's quite expensive. So they changed it to litres. And when you're paying like 80p a litre, you didn't notice it as much. So as the prices started going up, you realise you were paying £3-4 for a gallon, whereas you didn't notice it because it had changed it to litres. And it was
the thing is, too, PJ, you're of an age with me. You remember them blockading the refineries whenever it went above 70 pence a litre.
Yep.
And now it's double that, and nobody cares.
Exactly. It's basically been up and up and up.
Snorterpoopus.
Snorterpoopus.
See, I still remember when they had half P's on the meters. So when you're filling up, you're trying to make sure it went to 1 instead of a half pence. So you had to dig out for a half pence coin.
A halfpenny.
A halfpenny, you had 1 cent, 2 cent. You never had a half a cent coin. We had half penny.
I remember going to the Swedish shop to buy halfpenny chews.
Yeah, I remember them. Penny dainties. And then they suddenly became 2 penny dainties, and then they suddenly became half the size they originally were. You could buy a penny dainty about that size. Then it became 2p, and then it was half the size for the same price. That's how they did it.
Going through my dad's papers, and it used to be with the credit cards. They do the swipe and the carbon copy, and
I remember that.
It was for a gas. It was for a gas station down the street, and we calculated it was like 79 cents a gallon. And then you watch Die Hard, the scene where Reginald Bell Johnson gets the call. He's at the gas station. He looks up, and it's like 95 cents a gallon for premium. Like, oh, those prices.
Okay, I'm back.
That's the thing as well. There used to be a show here called Naked Video. Was it Naked? No, it was Alias Smith and Jones, Griffith Jones and Mel Smith, and they used to do sketches. And there was a sketch that the guy comes in and he's filling his tank up, and it's going half p penny. So it's incrementing. And just as he got it to go to the penny, Mel Smith leans in, presses a button, and then goes half pence. Just to annoy people, because a lot of people used to be like, we had the machines that actually had a half p option on it. That's how
the mechanical counter.
That's how cheap the fuel was that you could get a half cent worth.
Well, switching over the
thing was, too, you used to go to the petrol station and buy your fuel, and then they give you something. They give you green stamped cards, or they give you bought so many liters of fuel, they give you a glass or a toy car or something.
Yeah.
When did they put this up?
Oh
this
my
was
goodness.
on today.
Dude,
I really don't want to see that.
I have no problem because I have a lot of LGBTQ in my family, my personal family, my real life family, and I have some friends, but they need to stop pushing that. Okay,
I quite agree.
The doctor's not gay.
I think they just have to stop pushing it because it's the hypocrisy of it.
Yeah.
Because you imagine if they did this. I'm one of these ones that if a company or something or a business does something for a community, they have to do it for the other community. So if they have a ladies' night, they should have a male night. If they have that type of thing. So if you're having Pride Month, you should have a straight month. But remember they did that in America?
Because that would be
and there was
sexist
an anger
and
about
racist,
it.
PJ.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But the way I look at it is, if you have it for both, then you can't be sexist, racist, whatever. But if you have it for one, then you are being racist or sexist.
That's the reason why there's no White History Month, because they would go, "Oh, that's racist."
One is immunized. One is immunized more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
That's the way my attitude is. If you have for one, you have for the other. Then it takes that way. If you have, like, say for instance, you do the prime night, a Friday night for a ladies' night at a club. Make sure the bar people, the stewards, and everything are all female. No issues. It's a ladies' night. But you could actually have a male's night, but have it in the middle of the week. But at least you've got a male's night. It might be the most unpopular night of the week. Not an issue. However, you should have one for both. That's the way I look at it.
There's
the board.
There's equality, and then there's a version of equality called equity. Where there's to me, I think about the American dream and how it's changed since the late 90s when I started college. And to me, so one thing that shouldn't have changed is that the American dream has always been equal opportunity, not equal results. And it's like, wait a second. And like the other end of the thought is, the socialists say, "Oh, we must fight the tyranny of the majority." That's why it's like, but socialism and that is just turning in the tyranny of the majority for tyranny, because you need the tyranny to get complete equity.
I saw the one on Twitter today was a case of, "Yous are all Nazis. I'm a socialist." Excuse me, that's a National Socialist. That doesn't count. How does it not count? You're sitting there thinking these people have got zero concept, and it's because schools don't teach it anymore. They don't teach that. It wasn't fascism, it was National Socialist fascism.
Yeah.
And it's basically, they just hear fascist. That means I'm a socialist, so I can't be fascist. Really? Yeah. I wasn't born then. My father was born. My dad was 8 during the war. My grandfather fought in it. My other grandfather was interned because he was a tally in Britain. So he was interned. But it was just one of those things. It was, people understood then that National Socialist was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now they don't see it. They just see it as, they're bad people. They're the same socialists as you are. No. Really?
It's got to the stage where whenever you get called a certain slur on social media, it has absolutely no meaning because it's been completely abused.
I laugh it off.
And taken out of context. I just laugh at them. I was in a chat with Dan, Dan Hadley, and somebody accused me of being a racist. And I just says, well, coming from your background, if you're going to call me a racist, I'll take that as a badge of pride.
Yeah. The same as that, I was called homophobic, and I says, well, I'm not really scared of anybody, so different story. But the first thing I did when we were going to play Magic, and two of the guys in our group were gay, and I said to them, "You shouldn't be talking to me." And he says, "Why?" And I told him why, and I says, "It's because I disagreed with somebody on this point. They says I must be against Jews guys." I'm going to their wedding next year, but I'm unfortunately against them.
Wow.
Family.
We had a great couple. Sorry, PJ.
No problem.
We had a great couple staying at the hotel this week. You know, 2 men, and you know, they came over for a wedding, decided to stay. You know, and they've been enjoying the pool, enjoying the spa, and all that there. And I've been seeing them about and interacting with them. And a whole lot of the people that does the actual bars, you know, young people. You know, that's the way the hotel works, because they can pay them less. You know, so they're sort of, you know, 17, 18, youngish. And one guy came up to the bar and he ordered a couple of drinks for him and his mate. And then he had to go to the toilet, so he says, "Oh, me, you know, come up and collect them." So he came up and the young fella turned around and he says, "Your husband's ordered these drinks," and went to hand them over. He said, you know, the matter. He says, "He's not my husband yet." He says, "We're not married." And the poor young fella didn't know what to say. And then see, this morning, part of my job is I do the room service breakfasts. And there was a wee mistake made. And the couple from the wedding, they'd stayed in room 154 the night before. Well, the husband had, and the groom, sorry. And then they moved into the bridal suite 153. But whenever he made out his order for his breakfast, he wrote 154, 9:30. So here I am. I land up the big tray, the breakfast, and all, knock the door. And the gay couple's in that suite now. And I knock the door. The guy comes to the door, and he's obviously a wee bit, you know, just out of bed, disheveled and stuff. And I says, "Look, I'm here with your breakfast." He says, "We didn't order breakfast." And it was obvious, you know, he had a few drinks the night before. And I pulled out the wee card from my pocket, and I says, "No, 1354. He says, "Well, maybe we didn't take breakfast or order breakfast. I'll take it anyway." He just took the tray off and away he went. And then about 10.
In all fairness, who wouldn't?
Who dared
and about 10, I got a call from the honeymoon suite. "Where's our breakfast?" And I says, "You didn't order breakfast." He says, "No, I put it out at 2 in the morning." I says, "Are you sure?" He says, "No, we're sure." And I says, "Well,"
no,
I says, "No problem."
Your breakfast will be right up. We were having it tested.
So I ran down. You know, we were literally finishing. I went down the hot food counter and everything. I just put one of everything on them, made them slick slices of toast, filled up a glass of orange juice, a glass of milk, or you know, a vase of milk, or not vase, jug, and ran it up to the room, took it, and I says, I have a feeling," I says, "I delivered your breakfast to the couple next door." And the boy started laughing. And he says, that's the room I was last night." He says, "I must have wrote the wrong one down." But you know, he took it in good heart, like.
Yeah.
Oh, they're staying late. I was chatting about it.
Yeah. But that's the thing with a mistake. People are aware we all make mistakes, and if they've written the wrong number down, it's no your fault. It's yours.
I'll tell you a better story of that, PJ. I went in yesterday morning, and like there's an estate in the town that does weddings, but it doesn't have a hotel. So a lot of people tends to stay at our hotel, you know, to go to that weddings in that estate.
Yeah.
And that was fine. Room number 9, big room, could sleep up to 8 people. I had to deliver breakfast to it. No problem. There I go, make it up. All these breakfasts, a full trolley load. It was that big, the manager had to come with me to help me take it all down. There's that much stuff. And we went down, and the door was open. 2 of us walks in, room full of ladies. And they were wearing, excuse me, fella, silky pajamas and camisoles and, you know, fluffy slippers and all that. The makeup artist was in doing the hair girl was in doing all this here. So I walks in and I'm looking around, right, where's the hidden camera? How am I getting filmed here? You know, I'm getting pranked. You know, you just don't walk into this. So I walked in, pushing the trolley. Manager comes in behind me, and the mother of the bride comes out of the bathroom, and she says, "I have a terrible problem." And I says, "What's your problem, my dear?" And she says, "I can't get the plug out of the bath." And she says, "You know, somebody else is looking to use it." I turn around to the manager. I says, "Peter, this is your moment." I says, "You've got to step up. I've got to deliver stuff to room 14." And I cleared out, just left him to it.
Test. That's what you do. Yes, he's a manager. He gets paid the big bucks to do that.
Well,
he's paid the big bucks to unblock the bath. I was just delivering the milk and the tea bags.
They say that discretion is the better part of valor.
Oh, don't get me wrong, they were all lovely looking, but it wasn't what I was expecting at 8:30 in the morning.
No, it's time and a place. I when I was in Vegas for the meetup, I was only there for 2 days, so I got like a really nice hotel room right off the strip, and it had this really great bath. And I had to the tub stopper. It's like you had to like screw it in some way. I'm like, but I figured it out. I'm like, because I'm crafty, but yeah, because I'm like, I'm really gonna call down because I want to use this soaking tub because I am hurting from this heat.
Mm-hmm. Which hotel were you at?
I was at the Palms Timeshares.
That's on the strip.
Off the strip. It was down the road from the Rio.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. Because I stayed at Bally's.
Yeah,
which was nice.
It was like, it was weird because the other two, the actual hotel properties, were shut down, and I couldn't get like a confirmation that I actually still had a reservation. So I just sort of like, you know what? I know people that are there. I have credit cards. I can get another hotel room. But it's like, I go there and there's like a lobby and they're like timeshares. So
see, I'm just, if I could, I might have tried to go to Vegas this year, but since I'm going back to teaching this fall, I can't because it's in service days.
When is Vegas?
We start in early August.
Same date?
I think it's August 10th this year.
Okay. Yeah, so, I might be able to do that. That would be easier. I mean, I would like
the idea of Dallas because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Hotels are cheaper. Food will be cheaper. The beer at the bar will be cheaper too.
Well, I don't drink anymore. I'm
right.
much the same as Gary. So,
hey, Matt, what's up?
Matt's here. Good to see him.
He's minion. Hey, the pupper. How's the pupper?
Yes, I was wondering how Truck Dog is doing.
The pupper. How's the pupper?
Truck Dog.
That was fun getting to meet both of them last year.
Yeah. Truck Dog has her own channel.
I didn't know that.
They both have their own channel. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I believe I haven't seen Simi's channel, but I haven't been spending a lot of time online, but yeah.
Since I get this new job, my time online has been absolutely hammered.
Well, I must admit,
especially because nearly everybody I followed was in the States, so I was actually living. Not living, but my viewing pattern was to do with American time, not UK time.
Yeah, I was the same. But when I was working from home for the year and a half, I was on. I came into my room at 8:00 in the morning and sat in here until about 2 in the morning every day, and it was so I could keep up with the American stuff. But since I went back to work, my viewings dropped considerably. And the last 2 weeks because I've been on holiday, I've basically hardly even been online.
Yeah, and PJ was on with us like every Sunday and stuff too. So like every Thursday almost, every Sunday.
What is it? The Orville's now every Thursday. Is it the boys or every Thursday too?
I
found out season 3 started.
I watched the first episode of The Boys and I could not.
Yeah, they
I like my superheroes light. I don't like my superheroes dark.
That's on Amazon Prime, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It is.
I really don't want to watch it, but I know we're gonna talk about it on the throwdown at some point.
I gotta get. I have not watched Orville yet. I have seasons 2 and 3 ready to go.
Well, 3 just came out yesterday.
Yeah,
and they're doing it every week.
I know, and I just
Orville's worth a watch now, to be honest.
It is.
I know. I mean, I have more than faith. I have confidence. So, because I know who's said it is worth watching.
Max, I'm kind of worried that it's been gone for so long that they're gonna itch some stuff in there, sneak it in there. I'm worried.
I'm hoping not. So far, it looks like I've only seen half of the first episode of season 3. Obviously, I've not watched. It's still on my list. I just had to pause it while I came on here. But so far, what I've seen in the half, there's nothing there that points that way. There is a couple of new female characters. Truthfully, they're not seen. They're not seen as they're always right. They're just a case of.
I don't mind females. I love females, but I don't like the agenda that's been going on for the last 3 or 4
that's what I'm
years.
saying. In the Orville, there's a new female character in this episode, and she's smart. She's good at her job, but she's not suddenly become on and she's the best at it.
That's just about it.
Well, the thing is, you have to assume anyone that's appointed in an officer position in a warship, basically, should be competent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shouldn't be a problem for anyone. It's this over-the-top nonsense.
Yeah, but she was put in a position, I was sitting there thinking, is she suddenly going to be a better pilot? And she wasn't, and that was a good thing. And also, she is not very nice to one of the characters, and it's not seen as a good thing because she gets dressed down for it. And I thought, good. If it was a male or female doing that, you would expect that, and they did.
So I just wanted to play this real quick.
They didn't seem to push it.
So this is also from Seth MacFarlane. This came out a few years ago. I don't know if you guys seen this one.
Are you rescued me?
I'm not asking you to have sex with me. All I want is a kiss. Do you know what I went through to get here?
Ooh, you leaped a bunch of mushrooms. I'm so impressed.
Well, you're the one who got captured by mushrooms. I mean, how the hell does that even happen?
Don't flip this.
I'm not. You got kidnapped by something that goes on a salad.
Okay, it's a little more complicated.
And by the way, I did not just leap a bunch of mushrooms. There were also these turtle shell things I had to jump over, and that was really hard. And the only help I got was every once in a while a gold star would appear up above me, and I would jump up and touch it, and it would go that would help a little bit, but it was hard. It was really hard.
I'm not kissing you.
Okay, screw this, screw it. Hey, Dragon, you can have her.
Yeah.
That's how it should go. Because I'm just saying, Mario's a simp, okay? Because he keeps going out.
There are some people who are conspicuously consistent.
Yes.
I mean, anything can change, but there are people who are conspicuously consistent. So, I mean, there are people who rail on Rick and Morty, and I'm not one who like lionizes and canonizes them, but I will say the one thing is that they are neurotically consistent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I actually have Snowball and Mr. Meeseeks on my backpack.
So
what does a priest keep in his backpack? There's an interesting
laptop,
question.
Books, writing
reasonable
things. What?
Reasonable?
Yeah.
I think he was like
I think
he was expecting right now in my book I have comic books.
He was expecting a vampire killing kit.
So when I go back to school this fall, I'll be carrying Bible, commentaries, stuff like that.
Holy water, a piece of the true cross.
No, I don't have
anti-vampire spray.
A couple of stakes and a hammer.
It's like, no, I'm a real priest.
Something else too.
I'm a real priest, not a movie priest.
Yeah. So let me see. Thinking of the Pride Month got me thinking of this classic scene.
Oh, don't start me in Pride Month.
Oh God! Police Academy. The Blue Oyster Bar. The Blue Oyster.
This restaurant has the best salad bar in town.
Well, it damn sure better have.
The Blue Oyster.
Yep.
Oh, Man of War is here again. Good to see you.
Man of War, what's up, man?
Doctor.
Yes, sir.
I don't see a salad bar.
Yes, sir.
Maybe they serve seafood.
Not funny, you idiot. What are you looking at, you peckerhead?
Nice uniform. Makes me wish I'd worn my sailor outfit.
I'm getting out of here. Move it, move it, move it.
I don't think cutting in.
That is
Dude,
such
I
a
love
good
that.
song.
Yeah.
You can laugh at that. But whenever I was in the Navy, there was one time we were in Plymouth and we were out in the, well, we went to get drunk, basically. We went out really early in the morning. And one guy says, we'll go to this bar called the Cider Press. And it was the old part of Plymouth, you know, the really old part back to the 1600s. And the alleyways were so small, I had to literally turn sideways to get through. Went into this bar, and we opened the door, and one of the guys, well, we just turned around and says, where the fuck are we? Are we in the, you know, the Blue Oyster Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was just that dodgy, you know, going down all, you know, and it wasn't just you went down one alleyway, you went down here, you turned to the left, you turned to the right, you went round here, and you went around this corner, and then all of a sudden there was a bar. But it was interesting.
Hidden bars.
Well, you know what they say, join the army, feel a man. Join the Navy, feel two.
I don't think I've seen any of the Police Academy films after 4.
Oh,
dude. The thing about the Navy is, whenever you go to war in the Navy, you basically go to war in a mobile home with showers and hot meals 3 times a day. You go to war in the army, you're living in a ditch. You know, take your choice.
Yes.
I used to do that to my brother all the time, and he used to get annoyed. He basically joined the army, and he. Yes.
So, no,
right,
I loved those movies as a kid.
Yeah.
Anything after Miami, when they were in Miami?
I couldn't get Miami. Is Miami 5 or 6?
No, it was because it was. I stopped after that.
Which one was Citizens on Patrol 3?
I think
it was. Yes.
I think that's where I stopped.
Let me look this up.
The obvious point is, however, but they could not make those movies today.
No,
No.
they couldn't even make
Which
one.
wouldn't
There's a
happen.
lot of movies out
First
there
one
they
couldn't
cannot make at all. Now, I must admit, I've been watching them and they're all fun.
How do they get? I mean, I saw a news item about them doing a sequel to Spinal Tap. How in God's name are they gonna? How in God's? I mean, if that is real, if that's an actual news item and not a troll, how in God's name are they going to do that nowadays?
I'm okay.
You know.
So it was one.
Yeah, they could not make this movie again today.
I still, it was okay. Police Academy 5. That's where I stopped at. That was when
Police
they were
Academy
in Miami.
5 was Assignment Miami Beach.
Yeah,
6 was Under Siege, and 7 was Moscow.
Yeah, I stopped at 5. Yeah, I stopped at 5.
I think
I have got all 7 of them.
Yeah.
They basically went downhill after the first one. They basically, it's the same as like Tremors. I love Tremors, and I love all 7 Tremors movies and the TV show. However, even I admit, after 1, they all went downhill.
Yeah,
the first Tremors is a classic.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
My favorite scene.
I love all PJ. I went to see the first Tremors in the cinema, and they played it as a serious movie. But whenever I got it in video, they'd not redubbed it, but they redone the music to make it slightly comedic.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you,
I've got,
Kat. Yeah,
I first saw it on
4
TV.
is as far as I made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4
well,
was about.
I've watched all 7. I basically.
Yes,
I
it
wouldn't
is.
say I think they're classics, but I do enjoy the silliness of them. They're not as good as the first one. The first one is just the classic aspect. But Tremors, I first saw that on TV and I loved it. And
First Tremors is a seriously good movie.
Yeah,
it really is. I would argue that with anyone.
7 numbers right up to 7 Shrieker Island, where
I didn't even know they went to 7 on the movies. So
yes, basically Burt Gummer's in them all. So yes, Michael Gross, and number 7 will be the final one. I can't see them doing an 8.
So they're saying 5 minutes, but it's going to be another 15, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because when Alex was on the last time, they were
they had to be very specific on time because he's on multiple things.
Last time we got an hour, and then it just.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing it's a Gundam is going to be first, and then they're gonna get Alex in,
Well, they're trying.
Gary's
Gary's trying to get banned tonight, isn't he? He's gonna have Gundam and Alex on the same night.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to.
He's trying to get Mama Susan to shut down the channel, isn't he?
I think they might get 20,000 tonight.
Oh yeah, I know.
I think it would be easily. Yeah.
I mean, it was after Alex was on, they started getting 10,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and all those people that tried to start shit with Gary and Jeremy, everybody when after Alex came on the first time.
But I'll tell you, I do miss the days when it was like 1,000.
Yes,
I agree, Padre. It's not the same channel. Definitely not. See, I calculated it back to the time that your man, what do you call him, Ryan, called Doomcock's followers retards.
Yes,
since then,
I was annoyed at that. I was annoyed at that.
I'm not saying it's bad, but it's been a different channel since then, to be honest.
That was about a year ago.
Things change.
It literally is a year ago. No, don't get me wrong. I told Doomcock myself. I lifted the phone and I rang him and I told him, I says, drop this Kathleen Kennedy shit. Just forget about it. Sorry for swearing. Somebody's ringing me. Sorry, folks.
We gotta play it.
Hey.
All I can say right now is
somebody ringing
shame,
somebody else.
Shame.
See, I got it.
Sorry.
I got it.
No, I told him
last
just
week.
down this road. You know, Kathleen Kennedy's only.
This is my Doomcock. Hold on.
See, I need to get a thing like Gary has where it plays the sounds automatically.
The soundboard, yeah.
I've been good this week, so.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
You can get something like that pretty.
I even said it last night.
Pretty easily secondhand.
I was like, "Watch, I'm going to screw up tomorrow."
I will. I will say.
Yeah,
I will say the one thing I really like about my job is that I get a faculty discount on electronics now.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah. I quote Jack Nicholson from the Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, he'll do.
Where does he get all those fabulous toys?
Yeah, but you know,
Oh my!
Again, joining Gary when kind of feels like we're charter members. I mean, having been around the channel for so long.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I followed Doomcock and Gary both when they were nobody. I was the man that sent the critical drinker the email to tell him to stream with Gary Neurotic. Yeah, that's how long I've been about.
I used to love Gary and Doomcock doing their UFO stuff.
The Woo stuff. Oh, that was brilliant. But if you want to do the Woo, there's a good channel that I used to be on, Mongolian Monster. He's only a small channel. He's just over 1,000. I've been on there, and I have to admit, usually full blind fucking drunk. But it's very entertaining.
Game show.
All I can say right now is shame.
Sorry, bad words, Padre.
All right, I have to get going. I gotta do errands, but it's good. It's good to see all of you and be seen by.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
It was a pleasure.
We're gonna be ending soon because as soon as the stream starts, we'll have to end.
Definitely.
One door closes and another door opens.
The door opens.
All right. Have a good week. Have a good night.
Good to see you.
And
good
night.
Max.
Good night.
Pleasure.
God go with you.
I did it. That's what I'm saying. I've got my Doomcock helmet. Go have.
So we are now all officially on Gary's time.
Which could
you should have. So you've got basically UK time. You've got Pacific time. You've got Northern, and now you've got Gary time.
And then you have our time when we start the things, because PJ knows about that on our show when we do it. They're like, you are on Gary time. And I was like, no, it's our time, but a modified version of Gary's time, because we always start the show late.
I'm usually early, so.
Yeah, there was never been a time where we ever start the archives early. Yeah. Like, even comics when I'm over there, because I'm usually one of the first, but I got in there early last night. He's like, Jed, you're early. I was like, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did join Comics's, whatever they call it, the channel, the membership channel part.
Oh, you did?
So yeah, so hopefully I'll get to be on a few of the streams.
Oh, I'm just saying we got some really nice things, and I'm going to say this to everybody out there. There's going to be some really cool. I can't say anything about it, but there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up for the Throwdown in Comics' channel. You guys are going to love it. Trust me on this one. I've seen some of it, and because I'm there. So keep an eye on Comics' channel in the Thursday night Throwdown. There's going to be some awesome stuff. Trust me on this. I'm pumped up about it. Like, seriously. So
yeah, sounds good.
Oh, if I'm pumped up about it, there's going to be something good. Because Father, you know me. I'm just, and PJ knows too. PJ knows if I'm excited, there's some good stuff coming.
Yep.
So I gotta say, I did start the tip jar, which is going towards the comic fund, and I've been blessed with some donations, which I will be using for comics when I go to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might get to shop with Gary a little bit.
Oh, you will? That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, because we were supposed to do it in Vegas and just ran out of time.
Yep.
So
and see when you see Gary, tell him we're still waiting for some swag in Scotland. No matter how many Sundays I put in for Swag Sunday, still no swag coming to Scotland. After all, I've got my glasses now, my black ones. Look, Father, all I need, I've got my bowler. All I need is now some swag, and then I can go as Gary for Halloween.
The last one I got a hat from Gary, and then I got the one before that, I got a shirt from Ryan and a bunch of other stuff. So
I need to get an Nerdrotic shirt for Halloween, so I'm ready.
Well, he didn't have any of the shirts. He ran out of them, and I only was able to get a hat. So, but he was signing all the hats and stuff, and I got to hug Gary, and he knew who I was, which I was shocked. Jeremy knew who I was because I think Ryan told him, because I hang out with Ryan and them when he comes to down here to Phoenix and the other stuff, and when we go do
Gary's
stuff.
not stupid. Gary plays the I blew all my brain cells. He's the fucking memory of an elephant.
Yeah, I was shocked he knew who I was. I was shocked he knew who I was.
Well, but we've been around for a while.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Oh, you're on with Father Christopher on Fridays, and you do the Archivist, and you're on the MFer." And I was like, he was naming, and the Throwdown, he was naming off all the things I was on. I was like, oh. Wait a second, you watch.
Oh, they are. Just
trust me,
a donation.
Think it through logically, but if Gary only mentioned the people that's been there since 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, or whatever, nobody would be bothered. Whenever he hits up the new people in the chat, then they're all thinking, "This is great. This man's seen me. I feel part of the family." It's a wise, proper thing to do. Not even saying it's a business thing, it's just the proper thing to do. But no, don't get me wrong, he knows who has been here a long time.
Oh,
yeah.
Trust me.
The R tipped me $5. Thank you. That is going towards the comic fund.
Yeah.
I know we mentioned comics. I ran down there earlier whenever you showed your comics, Father. I'm going to have to have you on two screens. I got this. It's hard to get it up. It's maybe a bit reflection.
Oh, dude, is that the hot cover?
I got the Hot Rod comic, just my local comic shop, and just seen it. I thought, well, I'll have one of those. And then a guilty pleasure from my, not childhood, but teenage years. I've always been very fond of, just at the angle this right, Punisher.
Dude, the Max Punisher was awesome. Yeah,
Max I'm a massive fan of the Punisher.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to a Comic Con, and I think it's actually a Comic Con tomorrow.
Ouch. Man of War.
Whoa, hey, Father, look what
Man of War, you should be saving that. You just remember, don't mix any of your funny book money with my drinking money.
You got to take care of that, man. We don't want
you to you really, I just saw how much you dropped down for your car. I mean, you really shouldn't be tipping me.
Yeah. But thank you, Man of War, for helping.
Yes,
Father.
Thank you.
Appreciate it much.
And I did get a donation through the mail from
you did?
one of the ladies that watches on my Sunday stream. So that's actually going towards gas money.
Hey,
No,
the sad thing is, so I was hoping to get this in before the. Oh, where did I put that box? I was hoping to get this in before I went on retreat because I wanted to enjoy it, but I ended up getting a box of. Let me bring my screen up.
Oh, nice.
But the sad thing is, this is almost the price of a tank of gas.
I know. It's weird.
Oh,
just see what Man of War just said.
Is that cigars, Father? I've only got that left.
It's funny that Man of War says that it's what we saved. I actually do need to get my eyes checked.
Oh yeah, and I'm
going to the eye doctor soon. Oh, let's see what you got.
If you guys see
is that a punch?
King Edward.
Padre.
Oh, okay.
I'm not asking your age. Go ahead.
What?
No, I was going to say, Padre, I'm not asking your age, but I'll be 50 at the end of the month. And that does terrible age where I have to glasses off,
48 and
glasses on,
17.
Depending what I'm looking at.
See, Derek, you just disappointed me saying we're of the same age. I was 57 a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I will be.
I'm a wee bit older.
I will be turning 48 in 15 days.
I'm the oldest one on stream.
One of the girls I work with.
Yeah. Go ahead, Derek.
Is that my phone, your phone? Oh, all right. Sorry, guys. Have to go.
Good to see you, Derek.
Bye, Derek.
All right.
So we should probably start wrapping up because we are way over Gary's time. So, you still there? Or
he's gone.
Okay. No. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think he's gone. Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, I'm going to be streaming Sunday night. I was hoping to do a stream tomorrow because I usually do a first Saturday stream with Catholic streamers like Bounding Into Comics, Lady Gravemaster, Miss Martin. But it doesn't sound like it's going to happen. So I'll be streaming Sunday night.
Well, if you ever want me to come over some night, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do.
This is embarrassing. I can actually stop the stream. Yeah. Padre, kick me.
What?
Kick me off.
I mean, he bounced down.
He's still in the background. He's still in the backstage. You got to close the window.
Yeah, you got to close the window all the way.
Yeah, you need to actually close your, if it's on the phone, you need to actually close your browser.
Yeah, because remember, PJ, when I was on the phone, I used to have sometimes the pupper would hit me off the stream.
Yeah.
He would come up and just bam. And they're like, Jed, where'd you go? And he's like, the dog hit the thing again.
That happened to me once. I had a power cut. I was running the stream and I had a power cut. I had to actually get my phone, use my 4G just to log on to finish the streaming so I could close it. Because if everybody actually closed it because I was running the stream and I was still on it, it would have been running with anybody on it. I had a power cut, everything died. And I was standing out in the pitch black at night with my phone.
Do you remember that one time, PJ? I think you were over there when Noel was running the stream, and it was just me. I think me, you, and Retro was left. And then me and Retro and him had to carry the stream. We're like, we don't know.
Yes, because he disappeared.
Yeah, we were like, we don't know if Noel's coming back, man.
Yeah.
So me and him and PJ were just like running the show until he came back.
Well, that happened to me because I had a power cut and I was running the stream, and it's literally, if I didn't have my phone just to get into the system, I would have been that stream would have still been running.
Yeah, and then what was it for like maybe half hour, 45 minutes? We ran the whole and we just bullshitting the whole time. It was me, PJ, and Retro, and we were just bullshitting. Oh, I said it, didn't I?
All I can say right now is shame, 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 shame.
The thing is, Father, I have to watch what I'm saying because accordingly in front of my grandson, he's just over a month old, and I occasionally drop a word that I don't realise that I'm doing.
Good to see you, Miss Martin.
Hey, Miss Martin. I'm sorry, Father.
The funny thing is, I usually use that in like homilies and marriage prep because one of my nephew's first words was a 4-letter word, which he did not learn from his uncle, the priest.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I did good. I made it all the way to the end.
Yes, you did. I'm proud of you.
But comics and culture, you're still gonna get on my ass for this.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to be very consciously careful of what I say now.
Yeah, I've been trying to, because we had to do. It was like a PG-13 show last night, and Father was there and other stuff.
I wasn't there for very long.
Oh, I know, but then we had the minister, the pastor, on there too. So
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that was.
He was a pastor. He's a pastor. Yep. So.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I've been doing it because, believe it or not, even though the T-shirt looks the same, this is nothing to do with the Nerd Father.
Thank you, Anonymous.
This is a grandfather.
Or I think
T-shirt.
whoever
so
that
I'm
is.
basically doing it because my grandson, I don't want him to swear.
Yeah, doing that
Thank
for
you.
Father. So.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. Tuesdays are my day off. I'm trying to figure out what movie to go see this coming week.
Wait, you already saw Top Gun, right?
I saw Top Gun the day it came out.
Yeah, and I saw your car stream about it. It's just I'm never a big Tom Cruise fan. I cannot.
I'm not either, but
I couldn't get into Top Gun, the original one. So Hot Shots, maybe.
I think
if it was a rerun of
you
Hot
really
Shots.
could get away without seeing the first one.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, but it's just the fact is a couple of things put me off it. One, I never really liked Top Gun, and two, Tom Cruise is in it. It's the problem.
I learned a lot.
We are live.
There's no
so
sense getting
we're
all
gonna
riled
sign
up
off.
every time a bunch of
And
idiots
thanks everybody for joining.
In the